to just kind of prepare yourselves and venture out again into the swamp. And of course, you wanted to kind of map it along the way.
As much as as much as my skill rolls will permit.
Right.
I think part of it too is that in some ways, between our ceremonies and our, attempts to do magic, to set things up as much as we can. I mean, we've done everything we can to prep, really. I mean, we should just venture forth and hit what we hit at this point. I mean, if all the guidance we've got isn't going to help, then it's not going to help.
That's right. Well, have you got any questions for Mordak?
Just as a quick reminder, can you remind me? I was trying to find my notes from the last session. What are the names of we have 3 people who are accompanying us. We have a dwarf and some others.
Oh, yeah.
The dwarf is Palamute.
That's right. And
the woman is Rella. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And then the kind of shady guy is named Hade.
That is correct. Yeah. And, Mordak actually does introduce you to, I'm glad you said that because I'd forgotten about this, kind of reviewing my notes this morning. Mordak introduces you to someone. He says that, a great warrior that would definitely be of use to you, named Throxon.
So he's kind of a big who's like living with Mordak out in the swamp, or
yes, that's that has been with him, and Mordak is just kind of saying that you should keep him with you as a kind of a guard.
Okay. Tell me,
it's like an extra hand.
Can you? This is just sort of for my imagination. I'm not trying to strategize or anything, but I need to kind of work with what I see in my mind's eye. Mordak's place out in the fen, is it like a little hut, or is it, somewhere that has been built up over the years? Is it like a little, what does it look like? I mean, it's obviously
great question
for 3 strangers to stay, even if maybe 5 strangers to stay, even if some of them are probably sleeping rough. But what is this place? What am I looking at?
It is, it's actually not in the fen. It is just kind of, you might say, just outside of it, where the land becomes a little bit more hilly. It's a little bit to the west of, if you're looking at the map, but it is in a kind of a more hilly area, and it is it's like a windmill. It was at one time a windmill that was, used to grind grain.
Oh, I think you mentioned that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so there's plenty of room, like in what would have been the storage areas in the cellar and that sort of thing for there would have been plenty of room for people to stay. And Throxton is not someone who lives there, but he is more or less someone who's kind of overstayed his welcome. Perhaps he has been in the borderlands, wandering around, and he came upon Mordak and, got some food. You get the intention, you get the idea that maybe he's kind of a big guy, and you think that might just have eaten a lot of food.
Well, I'm laughing because maybe Mordak, in terms of saying take Throxon along, if he's overstayed his welcome, maybe he's looking at this as an opportunity to be rid temporarily or perhaps permanently of his guest who has overstayed his welcome.
No, I get that. I'm
possibly
under the impression myself. The Throxon is what? Personable.
Yeah, he's very friendly.
A friendly guy. Okay.
He is very, very friendly. Yeah, he's now he also, just like pretty much everybody else, does not trust Hade. It's apparent just by his uh, body language.
Okay.
And I think I've got.
Tell me. I mean, is Throxon? Let's go ahead and use our labels. Is he human? Is he Angul? You said he was big. So is he from Ilwraith? Oh, there you are.
Throxon is he's kind of sort of mixed looking. He doesn't look like he's like Ilwraith. He looks more like what was it, the Coation.
Right. Uh-huh.
He looks like he's from that lineage. But speaking with him, he has basically wandered in and out of Cimmeral, but he's never stayed anywhere too long in any one specific place. So, but you get just from his lineage, he doesn't seem to be someone that's aligned to any specific nation or god, for that matter.
All right. Well, as long as we're just talking about muscle, about going into the Fen, maybe a little bit of discussion of what he expects. I mean, what does he expect from going with us? What is his? I mean, I've already made negotiations with the other three, and I've been pretty generous. The question is, what's this guy going on for him? What do you want?
Well, Throxon offers. He's really good with a spear. I mean, like really, really good. And he doesn't really. There's not really any way to prove that or anything except in a battle.
That's not
but
what I asked. I didn't ask like how good he was. I said, what does he want?
I
mean, why doesn't he just, he's on the edge of the Fen here. He can cut bait and go back to Cimmeral anytime he wants.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. Well, he's kind of, Mordak is kind of sending him with you. He's sending him with you. Perhaps Mordak is offering him something.
Okay, good enough. So anyway, time's a wasting. We've got an afternoon, and I don't feel like sitting here talking with a wizard. I've got stuff to do, or whatever Mordak thinks he is. So the goal is to get us out there and to get back by nightfall if we can, to sleep out there if we have to, and as long as Throxon understands that and isn't a pain in the ass, then let's do it.
All right. We shall venture out then. So now this is not in the late evening. It's still the same day though, and it's you'd say afternoonish. Okay. So if we're going back into the swamp, of course, don't forget the mist is still there. That really thick mist is still there. Venturing in, you start hearing sounds.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very eerie kind of wailing sound almost. You can't really detect what direction it's coming from. It is, I guess, just keep venturing forward straight.
Well, Pixie will certainly ask Throxon, who has been around this area, will kind of point out that sound and ask Throxon if that sound is familiar, and if so, what manner of beast is making that wailing sound.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you did that. Throxon says, "Oh, this is great. This is wonderful. This is wonderful. I'm gonna." 13. I made these with all the charts. So, oh, perfect.
Okay, so
He says this
perfect.
is
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
this is a delicious food that you can find in the swamp. It's a mushroom, and it's a reed-shaped mushroom that whistles with the wind blowing. So
Okay.
it's called the ghost
That's
flute. Okay,
excellent.
and
Noted.
he leads you to
Mhm.
a circle of mushrooms. It's a huge circle where these are growing.
Wait. That's beautiful. I'm glad that there are mushrooms here, and I'm glad to know that they are not the ghosts of the damned coming to eat our souls. That's all good. We're not here to find fucking mushrooms. Unless, now, I'm presuming that there's no way for me to know that, what my ceremony has led me to discover. I'm presuming that, and I wish with all my heart that I could know what is the difference between a divine vision of guidance and a moment of ridiculous temptation or distraction. But I can't tell the difference. I really wish I could. So I'm going to say, now that we know where the mushrooms are, maybe we'll collect some on our way back or something, but let's proceed toward a goal as indicated by my traveling and stuff like that, and not proceed by our stomachs. So thank you for the mushrooms. That is excellent. Mushrooms noted, carry forth.
Okay. So now we're going to venture past the mushrooms. Let's get from you an outdoor survival roll.
Okay. No problem. Outdoor survival. 13 plus. Here we go. I get a 13 exactly.
Oh, man. Okay. Okay. You happen to notice just everybody, if you just where you just walking into the fen, you just have just picked up a bunch of leeches, but you caught it before they're on you, but you just happened to catch them before they started sucking blood. So you just spend about 15 minutes getting the leeches off of you. It's pretty bad. That's a good roll.
Oh, okay. I'm glad we did that. So that's disgusting. But ordinary.
Yes.
But ordinary. You know what? I'm going to proceed with the assumption that all of us are hardened enough that this is just what you do.
Yeah.
This is
just the leeches.
And we caught them in time because we know what we're doing, and that good enough. All right, bonding, everybody. Leeches off. Well, I also kind of like the fact that we're not. This is Darkurthe, Legends of Darkurthe, right? We do things rough in this game, right?
Right. Yeah. Okay, now I also like to get, because you are wanting to map the area. Is this something where the way I interpret it, I would just kind of assume that maybe this would be something that you would scribe, perhaps periodically throughout the travel?
I've kind of got a little notebook that I keep and flip another page and kind of. It's not a true map. I'm not like drawing. It's not cartography, but it's kind of like notes you take so that you could do that later.
I would like to go. I think that would be a good idea at this point. Getting past the ring of the mushrooms, it's kind of a little ways into the fen. Go ahead and roll the mapping just so we can establish
how bad I do at it. All right, this is going to be the. Oh my God, you hate my dice, man. No, I hate my dice. It's my first failed roll with a 9.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
no, that's how it goes, though, right? It's tough in here.
Well, that's the least of our problems now. Okay.